That fateful night, rain poured relentlessly on Makuta Bay. Inside the small chapel, Ayo Dlamini's finger trembled over the piano keys. Music once full of joy now echoed hollowly through the empty hall. He had come to play for his mom tonight, Mama Tandy, who had loved this song he was playing. But playing the song brought back memories he could hardly forget. He remembered his mom, Mama Tandy, who was swept away by floodwaters 2 years ago. Makuta Bay was known for recording death during this season. It was usually flooded. Mama Tandy went to the market that fateful morning but never returned. News only reached Ayo that before his mom could cross the flooded gutter, the water swiftly carried her, and that was the last time anyone ever heard or saw her. Things were never the same since Mama Tandy left. Looks like Ayo's fate had drowned with her. Playing the song tonight reminded him of her words. She would always say, "Don't stop listening for heaven." 2 years passed. Ayo lived in a modest flat overlooking the grey ocean. Once a beloved music teacher, he now performed in quiet bars. His soul empty, faith buried beneath grief. He drank to forget, avoided the church, and mocked everyone who spoke of miracles. But at night, whispers returned in his dreams. Faint melodies, a mother's voice, a hint of hope he refused to hear. Of course, life had never been the same without his sweet mom. One fateful morning at the local hospital, Ayo met Zuri. She moved with quiet grace, her silver dove pendant catching the sunlight. Her amber-brown eyes held something he hadn't seen in years, unwavering faith. Zuri was beautiful. Yes, she could tell you what you had been hiding for years, just by a few interactions with you. That morning, she told Ayo, "You've been hiding this for too long. You've been carrying this load for too long. Let it go. You play the song of the lost, but someone in heaven taught me the tone." Ayo laughed bitterly, hiding the ache in his chest. Ayo kept wondering, how could a stranger understand what he had silenced inside him for so long? Later that day, a child in coma was rushed into the hospital. Doctors whispered that there was a little hope. For Zuri, there was so much hope. She believed so much in the power of prayers. Zuri knelt beside the boy, whispering her prayers. The room seemed to hold its breath. Moments later, the child woke up. Everyone was surprised. The crowd was surprised. Ayo stood frozen, heart pounding. Could this be real? Or was it a trick of his desperate imaginations? Words spread like wildfire. The township whispered, "She is touched by God." Zuri insisted, "I am not the miracle, faith is. I so much believe in the power of prayers and that our God can do just anything." This single miracle sparked something in Ayo. Ayo found himself caught between doubt and a spark of hope. He found himself drawn to Zuri. Could the whispers of heaven still reach a heart hardened by grief? Or had he lost or missed his chance forever? His newfound friend was a spark of hope for someone like him who thought he had long lost the way and could never go back. Zuri invited Ayo to a forgotten wing of the hospital, rooms long abandoned filled with patients with no one who visited. Together they began cleaning, praying and singing. Something changed. Patients began to recover. Eyes that had been closed for years opened. Legs that could not walk before now moved. Ayo felt something stirring inside him, a warmth he had not felt since his mother's death. Faith, it seemed, was returning in small, undeniable miracles. With everything that was going on, the town was divided. Some praised Zuri, others called her a charlatan. Ayo's friend, Lebo, a journalist, captured images of her praying. then twisted them in sensational articles. Ayo at one point began doubting, could a simple prayer bring the dead back to life? Could a simple prayer make the sick heal? The town was divided, so was Ayo's heart. Ayo felt torn. He wanted to believe, but fear of being wrong and of losing Zuri made him hesitant. This fateful night, Ayo decided to walk along the beach alone. The wind that blew against him carried a familiar melody, the song his mother had loved, now joined with a whisper, "Follow the dove." He turned to see Zuri standing at the edge of the waves, her silver pendant glowing faintly. He hesitated, took a step forward, and finally decided to believe in Zuri. Ayo and Zuri discovered Tando, a young boy abandoned by his family, sick and starving. He became their focus. Together they prayed. Slowly the boys held in proof. The town whispered again, but this time some said perhaps faith is real, because Zuri will always say, "This is faith. I pray and I believe and things happen." Ayo began to teach music to the children in the town again. The act of giving, of guiding, and of creating beauty softened the stone in his heart. Everything was moving just fine. Ayo felt that he had really found the perfect friend and hope that he needed in Zuri. Amara, Zuri's estranged sister, returned to Makuta Bay. Jealous and suspicious, she spread rumors about Zuri exploiting the town for fame. Ayo felt torn between a betrayal and doubt. For the first time, he saw that even miracles could be misunderstood. On a fateful Wednesday evening, a sudden lightning storm struck the town. A small fire broke out at the hospital. Ayo ran to save his friend Zuri. Amidst the chaos, he prayed aloud, calling upon God for guidance. The fire was quenched by a sudden downpour. This was a miracle everyone talked about for months. The township people witnessed Ayo's prayers and the miraculous timing of the rain. Faith was no longer a whisper, it was the presence they could feel. Zuri disappeared after this for several days. Ayo searched the town, feeling again the emptiness of his heart. At this point, Ayo saw Zuri not just as a friend but as a future partner. He had been planning on telling his friend that he had feelings for her. He felt so frustrated. He felt like a part of him had left him. Later that day, Ayo found a letter in his apartment, and this was from no other than Zuri. Zuri stated her reason for leaving so suddenly without letting him know. The letter read, "I think I've fulfilled my part of what I had to do in your life. I will have to leave now because I have other things to catch up with in other places." These words felt like a knife piercing through Ayo's heart. He was heartbroken. Days later, the township people began questioning, where has the miracle girl gone to? Miracles had been happening right before his eyes. This was time to ask for a miracle. Ayo prayed like never before that Zuri would return. And she did. One day while he was reading the letter she left, Zuri returned. She confirmed she had never had peace since the day she left. This is where everything began. Ayo felt like heaven had given him another chance, and he was not going to mess that up. Tando became a part and parcel of them like a son. Everyone around admired this couple. The authorities arrived some time later, accusing Zuri of fraud. The township people were divided again, but this time, Ayo stood up for the love of his life. When faced with challenges, they faced it head-on with faith, hoping and trusting that God was going to hear and do miracles. The storm came, challenges came, but Their faith stood out. They were admired by so many in the village. There was not a day that the people called on them to pray, and there was not a miracle. Faith was boasted around Makuta Bay. Ayo became a loving dad to Tando. Around Makuta Bay, faith was the password. Zuri boasted everyone's faith. She made people understand that everything is possible by faith. Her sister, Amara, came back asking to be forgiven. This was a reconciliation not many could accept, but Zuri forgave her sister. Ayo went back to what gave him joy, playing music on festival at the Makuta Bay Festival Square, and Tando was never left out. Zuri always looked at his partner with all admiration. The two lived not free from every challenge, but always full of faith to face every challenge that came their way. Their story was talked about all the times in the village. Faith conquered, and they had a beautiful life together. Faith can conquer just anything. With faith, all things can be made smooth and available. Faith conquers all. Faith moves even the highest mountains. Keep your faith.